Hey guys, this is Emma at the Vlog Lady, and today I'm going to be taking a look at Twin Peaks Part 8. It's called Gotta Light. This conversation between Ray and Evil Coop is so awkward. So full of tension. Can he just die? Can he just die like that? Yeah, shoot him again. Oh fuck. What the hell is this? Oh my god. This is the creepiest thing I've ever seen. Just get out of there, Ray. Just get out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Roadhouse is proud to welcome the 9-inch nail.
Really? This is like a celebration song. Evil Coop is dead. Please be dead. No. It's going right through me. Wow, look at that. I don't know what's happening in this scene, but it's making me feel like I want to cry. I'm sorry. It's just making me feel like I want to cry. Zora. Is that like a fly or a moth or a frog fly? I don't like it. That's right. Just kill him already, for God's sake. Oh. Okay, so I just finished the episode and I'm actually speechless. I don't know, I've never seen anything like that ever on TV. Like, that is true art. Wow, it was so absorbing from the very first moment. It pulled me in, had me in that world, made me feel things even though I didn't know really what was happening at times, but it made me go on a journey of emotion. Visually beautiful. The soundtrack was beautiful. I am so stunned every time I sit down to a new episode of Twin Peaks because it just takes me somewhere else that I'm completely not expecting. This episode was just something else, right? Let's start at the beginning. Coop and Evil Coop and Ray driving in the car. Their conversation was completely weird, very stunted. Evil Coop again seemingly trying to have a normal conversation, although not coming across like he can really manage that. So there seemed to be a great deal of tension. It seemed like Ray was under a great deal of pressure and there was a threat that his life was in danger from Evil Coop. So surprised when Ray pulled the gun on Evil Coop and killed him. It seemed like he had killed him. That was the creepiest thing I've ever seen, with all those dark spirits coming and I don't know what they were doing. Seemed to be pressing down into the earth, pressing the blood back into Evil Coop's body. There was a bubble that came out of Evil Coop that contained Bob. We saw Bob's evil face. We had that moment which I thought was like a celebratory moment of the 9-inch nails performing at the Roadhouse. And it was like, yeah, the Evil Coop is there. It was like the Wizard of Oz moment, like a modern day Wizard of Oz when they're shouting, you know, ding dong, the witch is dead, except it was like ding dong, Evil Coop is dead, and the 9-inch nails are celebrating it. But then we went back to Evil Coop and the son of a bitch came back to life again. The remainder of the episode was just so mind-blowing. We start off with going inside that bomb blast. You know, it was so vivid. Everything about that scene was so vivid, even though we were so close to matter, we couldn't exactly determine what it was, but the feeling of being inside that hell, that's what it felt like. It felt like what we'd done as a human race in that moment was like we'd unleashed hell. and this piece of art was allowing us to see what we'd done. And I've honestly felt when we were inside that moment, inside that bomb blast, that I felt like I was asking questions of an existential nature, and I was really examining the morality of mankind. And it was just, I don't know, it was just so powerful, that scene. Leading on from that, the giant and a lady, I don't know what to call her, like the giant's wife. The giant's wife, I found her to be such a captivating woman. She was like the purest woman in the universe. The way that she and the giant looked at the screen, looked at us, it was so odd and disconcerting, and made me feel like I was part of that world, made me feel like I was really there. I don't know exactly what was going on. I think a rewatch may be required, and a lot of theorizing about what was actually going on with the giant. Is this another world outside of our own that is a guardian to planet Earth? All I know is that scene where the giant saw Bob's face appear and he was being like seeded onto the planet Earth. And following on from that, when the gold ball appeared and Laura's face was in it, I just felt so emotional during that scene. It was just like summing up a battle between good and evil almost, and you know, with Bob and Laura as the villain and the hero. That's what it felt like. It felt like they were making a point that Bob was the seed of all evil and that Laura was the antidote to that evil. But just so beautiful to see that the giant's wife, if you like to call her that, her response to seeing Laura in that golden globe, it really made this feel like a fairy tale of good versus evil. Next we see this caption of 1945, which then speeds up into 1956. So everything in the past is seemingly black and white, and that is how we know it's the past. So in that instance, are we to assume that the scene with the giant and Cooper is also set in a past era? We see an egg hatch, and this strange creature that it doesn't seem to be from Earth hatch out of the egg, and I think instantly that we know it's a parasitic creature. It just has that vibe about it, and it appears to be on the hunt for something. And the way that these poor innocent young children are being portrayed, I think we know that something bad is going to happen to them as well. Girl finds a coin. I don't know if the coin earmarked her for the parasitic moth-like frog creature. So there are a lot of these dark men, I want to call them, because they arrive in this small town and begin to terrorize everybody there. The one who breaks into the radio station, he says this very odd poem which reminded me a lot of the Fire Walk With Me poem, except in this case it talks about water and drinking the well, and that seems to prompt the young girl to open her mouth to allow this moth-like creature into her body, almost as if she's drinking it. And the rest of the residents of the town, they hear the message and they fall into a comatose state. I think it just requires a lot of thought and theorizing, and I don't think that any one of us can probably know what's going on at this point. I think we have to let it sink in and wash over us. All I know is that this episode was stunningly beautiful, very memorable, very haunting. I wish Evil Coop had been dead, really. Had really been dead, because is he unkillable now? Is he immortal? How can he be killed? Can he only be killed by the good Coop? Is that where we're going? Or can he only be killed by Laura? I mean, this episode really took this story to new levels. Took us right outside of the universe, took us to places that I guess when we were watching the original Twin Peaks that we never thought we'd go to, we never thought we'd see. I'm so thankful that Twin Peaks has returned after seeing an episode like this. I think that there is a 2-week hiatus now, so there is plenty of time to sit down and look at this episode again and think about it, and whether we can figure out exactly what happened with Bob and with Laura, how they came to be, how they were created, how this battle started. Was it because of mankind leaning towards evil by creating the atom bomb? I just think there are so many theories to come up with, and I'm honestly like brainwashed, sort of. I feel a bit brainwashed by that episode, like washed out and emotional, very emotional. So I'm gonna leave it there. Probably will do a theory video at some point in the next couple of weeks before the next episode. Thank you for watching today. If you like Twin Peaks or David Lynch, you can subscribe. You can also leave a comment below to tell me what you thought of this episode. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did it freak you out? And that's it. Bye!